It's been a difficult year for the El Monte Police Department as they suffered another loss. Chief Ben Laurie passed away on October 24th, and the El Monte community has gathered this night to pay their respect to the Laurie family.
Present! Move!
The candlelight vigil and ceremony named the celebration of life of Chief Ben Laurie also saw community leaders, members of law enforcement, and Laurie's family in attendance. They described Laurie as a man of integrity who cared more for others than himself.
Always trying to do the right thing, but with a great sense of humor. He liked to make sure that every person was important, and he listened to them, and he enjoyed being around them.
The current chief, Jake Fisher, said Laurie had both brain and brawn. He used his muscular appearance to his advantage, catching people off guard. Fisher said the loss of Laurie added to an already difficult year for the department. That's because El Monte Police have suffered the loss of several members this year.
Very challenging. Obviously, we lost 2 officers in June, and we just lost our Chief Lowry. But we are a very close-knit, tight police department, and we will pull through this, and we will overcome this, and we will be stronger and more united in the days, months, and years ahead.
Laurie's father mentioned how deeply the loss of those 2 officers impacted his son.
About 6 months ago, the very day he found out that the 2 officers were murdered here, he had a doctor's appointment, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, Ben, I'm sorry to tell you that the cancer that we thought was in remission has returned. And the doctor said, I'm sure that's not the news you wanted to hear today. And Ben's answer was, that's not the worst news I heard today. The worst news is that 2 of my officers are down. And so he didn't complain about himself. He was concerned about others, and that was the kind of guy he was.
Well, I think first and foremost, I think it's most important that people never forget that behind the badge is a human being. We are human beings, just like everybody else here. And so what I would really like for the community to remember him is as a loving husband and father and a tremendous leader to our community.
Despite the somber atmosphere, Laurie's mother, Marilyn, showed where her son's great sense of humor came from.
I'm sure Ben would want me to tell the world that he was my favorite son. We have 6 sons. Ben was the youngest. He was 5 minutes younger than his twin brother. So I must say to the world, Ben was my favorite youngest son named Ben. He could just whisper in my ear, Mom, you got to tell the world all about me. So that's part of his sense of humor.
There will be a celebration of life civic memorial service on Monday, November 14th. El Monte police officers and law enforcement departments will gather in remembrance of the years of service Laurie dedicated to his department. Jackie Rios, NTD News, Los Angeles, California.